Hey everyone, Erlyn here and welcome back to my channel. So today I am actually in the hospital recovering. So we had the baby on the 23rd of January and that was at 6:02 p.m. So I'm recovering fine. This is actually my first night by myself with him. I had to send Brett home because he hadn't been getting any sleep at all because he's a really light sleeper. So I figured that it'd be best if at least one of us gets a full rest. So he'll be back here tomorrow morning and take over the duties, and hopefully while he's up during the day I'll be able to sleep during the day, because I'm not sure if you can tell but I barely had any sleep at all when Spencer was born, which was on the 23rd of January. It was a Wednesday and it was just a massive day. So yeah, I will show you the little one. He seems pretty settled at the moment, so hopefully he stays that way tonight. There he is. So he's got some scratches on his face because the mittens that I got are newborn size and he's actually quite big. So he's unfortunately had to scratch his face. He somehow managed just to get like one hand out. But that's him. He's got the chubbiest cheeks. So it's a bit messy at the moment, but I'll show you our room. So I went through Mater Private Redlands Hospital. So it's a private hospital. So luckily for me, I get a whole room to myself. So I'll show you what we get or what's in the room. So in the corner there's just a cupboard there with some extra like pillows and everything. That there is a pull-out couch that Brett's been sleeping in, so it's a bit messy with all his stuff. In there we get a fridge. So there's like tea and coffee and everything. And there's a fridge there, so if we order more food we can put, yeah, so there's like extra food there. There's milk and lemonade and water that they've filled up for us. So we've got the TV just there. All my stuff's just down the bottom on the floor at the moment. And there's the bed. And then there's our dinner, which they still need to take because they haven't taken it. It's just a little like coffee table. And this is his little cot thing at the moment. So that's him being all settled. Hopefully he stays that way tonight. And there's my bed. So yeah, it's a decent, like it's a massive room. Decent sized room. And there is my breast pump, which, because I haven't been able to express some milk, I've had to do that. So yeah, with the milk situation, I haven't been able to get some milk out. So they've suggested that I actually start expressing. So I use the breast pump to try and get some milk out. And then hopefully once the milk starts flowing, I wouldn't have to do that anymore. I'll just show you the bathroom. So just for a little privacy, there's like a screen there. That's the door. And then just got the bathroom here. So you got the toilet on the left, and there's the shower, which I've had to use the first time I took a shower because of my C-section. But again, I will talk about that in my birth vlog. So yeah, that's the room. Like I mentioned in my what's in my hospital bag video, I didn't bring any nappies because they provide it for you. So these are just some things that they provide for you. So down here they give you some wipes. These are like little bibs. They're just kind of like a cloth, and you just use it to like as a bib for him. And then they've got their Mater supplied nappies newborn, so we get given that, and also the blankets here as well they give to us. So yeah, you don't really need to use much, apart from if you want to use the own clothes that you brought and everything. But so far I actually haven't used the clothes that I've brought for him, just because I'll go through it in my birth story, but he had to get like an IV drip. Oh, that's him crying. Hey little man, 1 second. I've sent Brett home and so far it hasn't been too bad. I've managed to express, not milk yet, still colostrum, but I've managed to produce a little bit, like tiny bit, so hopefully milk will start flowing. He has been pretty unsettled, but I've kind of left him to cry and then he settles himself down. But at the moment he's just on me. I'm just waiting for his milk to heat up. So we're still giving him some formula at the moment until we get my milk going, and then hopefully we can go from there. But yeah, so far I've managed to take a shower while he was settled, so that was pretty good. But I'm feeling a little bit tired now, and really shout out to single parents out there who are doing this on their own, because it is a tough gig. And yeah, this is only like day 2 for me, and yeah, it's quite hard. I mean, there's midwives and everything and they're all very helpful, but just trying to imagine, you know, doing this yourself, it tends to be a bit tough. I also managed to have like a bit of a cry as well, like just got really emotional. I think I just missed Brett because he was here and he was doing really well. But yeah, he needs to rest because there's no point in having both of us, you know, tired and everything. So hopefully when he's back tomorrow morning, I'm able to sleep and he can take over and look after him. But yeah, so it's the current situation. It is currently 9:55 and yeah, I'm still waiting for his milk to heat up, and then I'm gonna try and feed him and hopefully that will settle him and I'll be able to have like a nap or two and then wake up again in like another 2 hours. But yeah, we'll see how we go. So it is currently 1:55 a.m. and he's on me at the moment trying to breastfeed him. It's proving to be very difficult and I'm so tired because I don't have milk coming out or anything yet. It's just colostrum. He's basically sucking nothing. And as soon as I put him down, he's settled for a couple of minutes and then he ends up crying and being unsettled and everything, trying to find a boob. So the midwife has suggested to just get him to latch on and hopefully he'll be able to sleep soon. We might need to top him up with some formula shortly as well, but yeah, that's the current situation. The camera is on the couch over there at the moment and I'm too scared to move because he's in a really good latch position at the moment. So I'm just using my phone and I'm holding it with my left hand, so it's a bit shaky, so bear with me. But yeah, so I managed to get some sleep between like 10:30 to 11, so about an hour sleep. And yeah, I'm not sure how long this is gonna keep going for. I'm hoping that I can go to sleep for like another hour while he's on me, or if I can put him down. But yeah, at the moment I'm so tired. I'll check back with you guys later. So the time is now 3:12 a.m. It's been about an hour, just over an hour, since I last spoke to you guys. Finally managed to get him to put him down and go to sleep, so hopefully I can get some sleep too. He's a little bit settled, so I'm going to take this opportunity to try and have a nap as well. So yeah, wish me luck. So the time is 3:50 a.m. and yeah, that didn't last long. He's unsettled again, so I'm gonna try and give him just a little bit more food. Bless you. Just a little bit more food and then we'll go from there, and hopefully that will settle him down a little bit longer and I'll be able to sleep a little bit more. So the time is now 5:48 a.m. and I think since I last checked up with you guys it was around 3:48. So you basically, I fed him, gave him some milk, and he went down for probably like 15 minutes, and then he started to get unsettled again. So I put a dummy in his mouth, hoping that it would stop him, but it just made it worse because he kept trying to suck on it, trying to get milk out, and he just started getting frustrated that he couldn't get anything out. So he started crying again, so I ended up holding him, and I held him for about, like another hour, and that seemed to settle him down, but I couldn't get comfortable at all, and I was worried that if I fell asleep something would happen to him. So I pretty much just stayed awake, and I'm still awake now. So I've just got him latching on me at the moment, and it seems to get him settled. So yeah, still no sleep. Very, very tired now. So yeah, when Brett came back the following day, I was literally awake, I think all the way up until maybe close to 8 AM, and he finally got to the hospital after a full night's rest, and he took over, and I slept, I think, until 11 o'clock because we had some visitors coming. But yeah, it was like the most tiring and most stressful night of my life, and it was very emotional as well because apparently like day 3, which was when it happened, that's when your emotions get really, really high as well. And I was literally crying, like I was breastfeeding him and I was crying. And also on the topic of breastfeeding, oh my goodness, it hurts so much because he wasn't really latching on my nipples properly, and it's honestly like the most painful thing, not ever, because obviously birth and everything like that I'm sure would be a lot more painful, but basically yeah, it was like so painful to the point where I actually started kind of cringing at the thought of breastfeeding. And I know people are going to be like, you don't have to breastfeed and everything, which, you know, I completely understand, and I know that I don't have to, but it's just one of those things that I've wanted to, and you know, I want to try and do it for him as well because I know that it's healthy and everything, and it's good for me to try and, you know, be able to experience that as well. So yeah, like I started cringing at the thought of doing it. But then, you know, one of the midwives was like, you can try using nipple shields, which I pretty much use now. And yeah, that's been like a lifesaver. So this is like my first time out. We are heading home. It feels so weird being outside, and I'm sitting in the back seat because Brett's driving, just in case he plays up. But so far so good. There he is. He seems too chilled, so I'm like a bit worried. I keep checking to make sure that he's okay, but he moves his feet, so far so good. So we made it home without any fuss. He was really, really good in the car actually, and because I was really, really hungry, I wanted to stop by and get some food. So typically we had KFC, so we just went through the drive-through, and he started getting a little bit unsettled, but he was fine. So we were really lucky, and then yeah, drove home without a hitch. Struggled to get him out of the car seat, just his hands trying to get it through the buckle and everything like that, but otherwise that was okay. And then yeah, pretty much was like a little stress head, just making sure that he wasn't too hot. I've already checked his temperature and it's at 36.5 degrees Celsius, which is good. And now I've taken out the porta cot from our room, and it's just in our living room at the moment because that's where the aircon is. And yeah, he seems to be pretty chilled. I'll show him to you in a sec. I think I might try and have a nap while he's having a nap, but he's due for a feed soon, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's really hot in the house compared to the hospital, so yeah, we'll have to see how we go over the next couple of days. And there's a little munchkin. I've been calling him my little dumpling because he's got like really chubby cheeks. So that's him in his porta cot. So yeah, it's really handy having this because we can just take it anywhere. So the first week is pretty much like a learning curve. There were some nights when he was really good, and then other nights when he wasn't, and he would keep me up every single hour. But overall, we have been pretty lucky with him. He's a very well settled baby most of the time, especially during the day. It just seems to be at night time. I don't know if we need to get some sort of routine happening, but yeah, we just need to try and figure that out. And also, while we were at the hospital the first week, they had to show us like how to bath him and everything, so we got to bath him, and he seems to like bath time. I know some babies don't like bath time and they cry and everything, but he did really well, and he actually quite enjoyed it, I think. And also in the first week they had to do like a hearing screen where they basically hook up 3 little like sensors. So there's one that they put like just on the back of their neck, one on the cheek and one on the forehead, and they put like these little ear headphone looking things over his ears, I mean, and they basically like put out some sort of sound, and they've got this machine that can tell whether he responds to the sound using like his brain, like using those sensors and stuff, like using the signals. But yeah, anyway, so he passed, which was awesome. Yeah, the other thing was, because again, I'll cover this in my birth story, but he ended up having to have like a cannula put in his arm, like in his hand, so they could inject antibiotics in him. And that was a little bit like annoying to try and dress him and everything like that. But yeah, otherwise he's been really good. We've been really lucky with him, and I think he's like the cutest thing ever. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.